Oh yes, you see the burning red shining through the YouTube airwaves. Always shining bright as this light on me when it comes to this freaking channel. Mr. Wonderful is back in the FC Sneaker Factory to bring you another beautiful shoe. A shoe that you probably even forgot about. But before we get into all that, I know I got my beautiful ladies out there, the beautiful cheerleaders. Welcome on into the FC Sneaker Factory along with the fellas. Oh, fellas, I know you're representing well because you are definitely on this train when it comes to talking about these beautiful sneakers in the FC Sneaker Factory behind me. We already touched on one, Adidas, and yes, this segment is going to be dedicated to Adidas in the FC Sneaker Factory in Mr. Wonderful's collection. This one right here, it just does not skip a beat when it comes to greatness. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about this shoe, and you know what? Those people may have included you out there. You out there, you may have even forgot about this one, but you know what? When it comes to this specific model, I wasn't a big fan of. But when it comes to this specific shoe in that model, I'm a huge fan of. And I'm so grateful and so blessed to have obtained this into my collection a long time ago, because this has been out for a few years now. And when I look back at the date, I was like, I couldn't believe that it's been out that long and I have not even wore it. Just like many of the shoes in my collection. Oh yes, there's a lot of them that I have not had a chance to wear, but hopefully one day that I will grace this beautiful foot on when it comes to this shoe right here. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Sneaker profiles 162 to be exact when it comes to this catalog of shoes as you're flipping through those pages and pages of shoes. Yes, I have hit you with 162 so far. So before we get into all that, let's take a look at this fit. In case you missed last episode, oh, you know I got to talk about the fit. The beautiful burning red 6900, the 30th anniversary when it came to G-Shock. And you see that, yes, it's gold plated. And this nice Obey flannel, it does have the blue and red and green hits to it. Definitely goes great with this beautiful Kill the Hype LA hat on. But let's take a look at the entire fit all together. I do got that nice white crispy Stanford tee from JCP, and then I do have the nice taking it old school, back old school with the Levi denim. Okay, so like I mentioned, I said that this shoe you probably have forgotten about because this is one of those shoes that not too many people wear now. Occasionally you'll see, well, not occasionally you'll see it on somebody, but it's rare. I haven't seen on like this shoe or actually this model in a long time on a person. But this one right here, I just really liked it when it first came out. I didn't like, believe me, I don't like all the colorways. Well, frankly, I don't like any of the colorways except the one that I have in my collection. But this one right here, I definitely believe is the best one when it comes to this specific model. The Adidas, the Yeezy 380. This is known as the Alien. So this is the first one that I want to say that was ever released when it came to this specific model. But let's take a look at the box. You see that the Yeezy Boost 380, size 10.5 like always. The Alien. Great to see a lot of aliens on that box. So this one right here. So let me get this out of the way. When it comes to Adidas, I have zero to no luck on. But frankly, I just never really buy Adidas in that way, even when it comes to Yeezys. I just never was a big like Yeezy fan when it came to like purchasing every single colorway, especially when it came to like the 350s, which is like the most popular model. I just never was really into that. I mean, I pick and choose when it comes to the 350s, but I really never really had a whole bunch in the collection. But this one, when it first came out and I saw photos of this one, I was like, you know what? I got to have that shoe. The shoe just stands out to me, and the colorway is just simple, but it looks great. The midsole I'm not too big of a fan on, but when it comes to this one, it makes perfect sense. But let's take a look at it. The Yeezy 380 Alien. So what do you think about this one? Do you remember when this one first came out? Because this one came out back on December 12th of 2019. Like I said, 4 years ago. That's crazy. Well, it's going to be 4 years ago when it comes to this December. But let's take a look at this one. Still looks amazing because I haven't had a chance to wear it. But definitely has that alien vibe, right? You see that bulkier, curved bottom, that midsole. You see that nice alien weave patterns going on when it comes to the upper. But just, I mean, I just really like how this specific shoe looks. I don't like how any other ones look. I like how this specific one looks. And this one definitely gives off that glow in the dark vibe when it comes to the midsole. The light is so bright because the light is always bright when it comes to Mr. Wonderful. But it's too bright to pick up how there is some green tint to it. And it does have like this similar weave pattern on the midsole. I just wish it would be able to pick it up, but you could kind of see it. You can kind of see it on that midsole, but this is that white, but also that gray mixture of material on the top. Of course, this is that see-through. You can see my finger, not too see-through though, but you definitely, if you wear, you know, some nice or some type of bright, vibrant socks, it would definitely pick it up on the shoe. But let's take a look at the rear of this shoe. Oh, ladies, you know I love the rear. But let's take a look at this rear of this shoe. And then now let's take a look at that nice medial side of the shoe. Great. It does have that alien vibe to it, but it also kind of has that camouflage vibe to it as well with this pattern right here. And then let's take a look at the upper view. Very nice. Very nice. You do got that nice typical Yeezy laces going in and out. Hidden. Not your typical shoe, because this is one of those slip-ons, just like how pretty much all Yeezys do it. You do got that slip-on sock liner feel to the shoe. You got that Yeezy hit in the inside and also the Adidas hit. This is one of those shoes though that you don't want to wear a black sock because it would probably jack up the inner part of the shoe, but you probably would want to wear a white one. I think a white sock or even like a nice gray sock would go perfect with this one, because if you see it inside, it's going to pick it up. So it's nothing too crazy. Definitely wouldn't want to go crazy like a crazy colored sock, because it just kind of throw off the shoe altogether with the gray and the white aesthetics going on. But what do you think about this one? Do you remember this one when it first came out? Do you remember the hype on these when this first came out? Because Mr. Wonderful does, but unfortunately, or so gratefully, Mr. Wonderful was not on that type of hype train. I just wanted this specific one because I think this one's the best one when it comes to this specific 380 model. Not a fan of the model, not a fan of all those other ones that came out. I'm only a fan of this one because that's why this one is in the collection. But let me know, do you have any 380s in your collection? Were you a big fan of these, or was this like an easy pass for you? I would like to know. It's been a long time since I'd seen this one, but I knew I had to bring it out when I was doing the Yeezy, or I should say the Adidas segment when it comes to these sneaker profiles. But look at that. You do got that boost underneath. I forgot to show you that. But just a great shoe. And then, you know what? The more and more I look at it, it's just a shoe that I definitely am grateful that I did a profile on. So now maybe I could actually put it on my foot and get the feel of that 380 boost when I start walking around. Just a great shoe. A great shoe. I totally forgot how great it was until I actually put it in hand again, because it's been quite some time. That was a StockX pickup right there. It wasn't a retail pickup or any type of other eBay pickup. This was a StockX pickup. And I want to say I paid not too big of a price for this one. I want to say this retailed was like maybe 250, I want to say, but I didn't pay too much over, but I know that I paid a good amount for it because it wasn't around the time it was so hype where I had to pay like fork out a ton of money, but I did fork out some, probably like maybe twice as much it was worth. But you do what you had to do. I'm sure if I waited now and bought that shoe, I probably would have got it for a lot lower price because not too many people are messing with Yeezys specifically, you know, the 380. Not too many people are big on that, on this particular shoe right here. But I'm glad that I have it in my collection. I'm glad that I can always turn to it if I ever need it and I need to pull it out. And basically, if it goes with a certain fit, just to make that fit look more gorgeous than it already does. Mr. Wonderful is blessed to be in the sneaker factory, the FC sneaker factory to be exact. And I appreciate you, beautiful people, for coming on in. Because you know what? Those doors are always open once a new profile opens up. You could catch their profiles every other day in case you're not aware. Mr. Wonderful always delivers you his greatness when it comes to his collection, and you see it behind me. Like I said before, it's no freaking facade. These are all my shoes, and those boxes are all filled with shoes behind me. I appreciate you, though, for coming on in, those beautiful ladies that I call my cheerleaders, but also the fellas I know you're always representing. And in case you didn't know already, oh, YouTube is my pedestal, and this sneaker genre is my playground. And you know what? I want you to remember one thing. Oh, when it comes to the sneaker game, I am the lion, and this is my jungle. And the sneakers are my prey. Oh, and like how all those beautiful ladies whisper in my ear, Mr. Wonderful, Floyd, you are too sweet.